Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lay Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lay Keisha, queen of the plot. Hey guys, I just really love that song. So are y'all snoozing yet? Because whatever y'all expected for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all, it is just not happening. And I don't know about y'all, but I am really disappointed. But I can say this. I knew that this was happening before we actually got a chance to see the show because I talked to some people that are very in connection with some of the people that's on the show, and what I had been told for some time is that Porsha had been showing up to work and she's not really talking about her reality. So we are here, and isn't it so interesting that Porsha decided to start a YouTube channel to still talk about nothing? I'm sorry, I feel like everybody should have a YouTube channel, but I also feel like you need to have some substance. Okay. So I would have loved to see Porsha's YouTube channel and have it be an extension of the show. But the only problem here is Porsha is not giving anything on the show. So if she's not giving anything on the show, why do we need to watch her on her YouTube channel? Does that make any sense? So people are complaining, the fans are complaining, and they're like, bravo, y'all messed up yet again because Porsha was supposed to be the show saver. And I'm going on what the fans are saying. It just seems like Porsha hasn't grown at all. It seems like she's the same miserable ass person. And the fans are like, Porsha is really bad this season. Like, she is terrible. And considering that I thought she was supposed to be like a lead, or I don't know what she's supposed to be at this point because she's not bringing anything to this show and it's giving boring. This entire situation that Porsha has going on with Drew is exhausting and I'm sick of it because it just makes no sense. Now, if Drew and Dennis really had this relationship going on, okay. But considering Porsha has all of this stuff going on in her life with her marriage, with her husband, not being able to film at the house that she lives on in, and just everything else that's going on in her life, and she's fighting with Drew. So I don't know what y'all think about this particular season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but for me, it's not giving a lot. I mean, Kenya's gone. Porsha cannot carry this show. She cannot. She cannot carry this show. So I don't know what the hell Bravo promised her, but they need to go back and get it back and say, hey, ma'am, you said that you were going to be able to talk about maybe your married life, and we're not getting anything. Porsha is, everybody say she from the streets. She for the streets. Tell us something, girl. Give us something. I mean, now we have this last episode where she's saying that she wanted F Angela's husband. It's like she's all over the place. And I'm just like, what in the hell am I watching? Like, it's not giving anything. Well, y'all, I decided to go to social media because I said, is this just me? What is everybody else thinking? Like, what is social media saying? Honey, and pretty much everybody was dragging Porsha. So I'm wondering, is she going to come back next season? Because this would have been a great time for her to give us something. Now, even a situation where she can't mention Simon's name, she can still talk about her experience. She ain't really talked about shit. Like, it's just a bunch of nothing, a bunch of boring ass content that I could have not saw. So people are saying Porsha ruined the show. People are saying she's a mean, nasty, nasty piece of work. And listen, let's just get into it, okay?
And it has to be said. I'm reporting live, looking a mess. The episode just came off, but I had to unload my thoughts right here and right now. First of all, I haven't liked Porsha's energy since she's been on this show because it's very like fake. It's a facade. It's like everything is orchestrated to make her look and present a certain way. If you are going to get on this show and share your reality, talk about your divorce, although there may be legal issues here and there, it's like you can never be direct about it in any way. Then the whole Dennis filming with Drew, which I think is just kind of sad for Drew, like get something going for yourself so you don't have to film with somebody else's baby daddy. But what I really don't like is who, I don't know, maybe I'm, a stick in the mud, but I don't think in my head, oh, she better be careful or I'm gonna sleep with her husband. Huh? Especially given your current history, not even history like a long time ago, like something that you are currently still being accused of doing and you never really cleared up and made black and white.
Wait a minute, I'm not sure. Okay, y'all, I'm not sure what happened with that. So let's just stop that and we can get into this other one. I'm not sure what just happened with her, but
TV rabbit hole and talk about Porsha Williams. Now, a lot of people have gotten on this app and have called out a lot of Porsha's dirty deeds. People have been talking about how she's treating Shamia. People, of course, can never forget how we watched her in 4K not only sleep with somebody's husband, but successfully steal somebody's husband and end up marrying them herself. And, she got what she wanted. She got the marriage and the house, but now that husband is estranged because he was a scammer, like a lot of the husbands on Real Housewives. And so people have just been calling out again, like Porsha is really not the nice girl that we thought that she was. Now, I've made a video breaking down reality TV before, and I was talking about Zeus Network and Baddies, and I was also mentioning like Hulu and Eat Network and a couple of other networks. And on that video, I was just talking to you guys about how reality TV is a lot darker than what you think it is. And I've seen that, on Real Housewives too, especially with the way that, Andy runs Bravo, just in general, across the different franchises. We always see people, again, getting caught up with scamming, cheating, Uggs, various forms of abuse, a lot of backstabbing, conniving behavior. I mean, the whole premise of the show is a bunch of menopausal messy hoes going at each other. Okay, clock it. But with Porsha in particular, when Porsha pulled that stunt with Simon, I said to myself, she just sold her soul. I'm not kidding. Like, that let me know. I was like, she's doing all of this. Like, again, this stuff is not just what you think it is. This stuff is rituals. I was like, Porsha just sold her soul. If you're willing to do something that low down and dirty, for what? For TV. Because it wasn't out of love. It wasn't out of, it was also more than just the desire to have somebody else's life. This was for TV. Just how Kim Kardashian be doing a lot of like real life shit for TV. And Kanye told y'all that when he was talking about, Kim be doing this shit again for another episode and doing it for Hulu. Like, this shit is real. y'all be watching it. And Porsha let me know that she sold her soul. This is not the same Porsha that was married to Cordell. Like, Porsha did used to be the pretty, nice girl on the show. Yeah, she was always a little ditzy, but this new Porsha is evil. Like, this new Porsha is sadistic. Like, this is not the same Porsha. It's not. That's why I'm not really feeling her. And a lot of y'all are not feeling her neither. A lot of y'all, are turned off by her because it's not the same person. And it's like, you don't go from the person that you were when we first met you to this new person that's super like Jezebel's succubus spirit, very envious, very jealous. Like, it's like a dark demonic spirit. And this is what Porsha has decided to do to stay on TV and to remain relevant. Let's talk about it in the comments.
And I have to agree with y'all. If you guys have watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta for any amount of time, when Porsha first came on the show, she presented as a very different person. And in all actuality, I believe that she was. So what happened? She went from this woman to want to, be a good wife. And she went from that straight to being a hoe. I mean, you can find thousands of videos online about her activities and how she loved to keep them legs like this. I mean, it's out there. But who is Porsha? Who is Porsha? Because the way that this TikToker just explained it is she's a very dark person. Well, it seems like a lot of people on social media is saying the same thing. They're saying the same thing. Let's get into it.
Admit that Porsha is trifling? Can we finally talk about how trifling Porsha is and admit that she's not ditzy or dumb? She's just a mean girl? And this is coming from a Porsha fan. I don't know if I am anymore. How can you sit in front of two married women and talk about, oh, she better be careful before I sleep with her husband, before I snatch her husband? That is like very nuts, very disrespectful, and very weird to say that about Angela. And Angela went down there and gathered her up like, oh, what was said? And she's like, nothing. Even in the confessional, she lied and said, I didn't say anything. The person that told us the truth was Britt. Britt was like, yeah, Porsha said she was going to sleep with Angela's man if she's not careful. Like, what type of threat is that? And you can't even blame that on Hennessy or the liquor babes. Okay, because the drunk mind speaks sober thoughts, drunk thoughts speak. Can we finally admit that Porsha is...
So, listen, y'all. We got to admit that Porsha is not, and I've been saying this for a minute, Porsha is not who y'all think she is. If you think she's anything like what she tries to present, it's not true. If y'all remember that episode, she lied and said Simon didn't, call her daughter back. So she tries to throw her daughter in there to try to make Simon look bad. But the streets are saying, and Simon is saying, that you slept with all of these people. So if he believes that you out here hoeing, why would he be so loving toward your daughter when you're just using her to get his attention? She's very manipulative. And we must not forget about this, because this part was really nasty. And when you get drunk or you're intoxicated, you can say things, but we got to be, honest about it. When people are drunk, they really speak who they really are. Like, for real, when I get drunk, I think and I don't really get drunk, but when I would get drunk, I would get like real strong. I think I'm, you know, who is it? Hulk Hogan or something. So when people get drunk, what really comes through is their real sense of who they really are. So a person saying, I'm gonna sleep with your husband, I'm gonna sleep with your man, she's just telling you who she really are. So to say, I didn't say anything, or whatever she said, that is who this woman really is. And it needs to be said that that is who she is, while she's putting this entire lie together to tell y'all that she wants to divorce Simon. because Simon was a scammer, which let's say he was a scammer. She knew this when she married him. She knew everything that he was when she married him. But word on the streets is that marriage life wasn't exactly what Porsha wanted because she missed being out in the street, being who she is, a woman with her legs open. Because listen, I've heard the same story from various people who don't even know each other. So if the same people are saying that they heard that she was out here sleeping with all these different men, where would they hear that from when I've been told that by different people that don't know each other? Okay. So let's kind of get into this little snippet because this was very cringy. Very, very cringy.
She recorded us. Who you gonna show it to? Who you gonna tell? She's looking outside of it like the girl in the window.
Did you talk about Angela or Charles at the pool last night?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, so guys, I mean, if y'all didn't take that as she admitted it, um, because what she said is she didn't say anything. So she's saying she didn't say nothing, but she's throwing the Hennessy in there like, hey, it could have been the Hennessy because I didn't say anything. I mean, let's call it what it is. So essentially, you are out here telling a woman, well, you didn't tell her, but you're discussing with other women that you will another woman's husband. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? I'm confused. I'm not understanding where that actually came from.
You're not going to disrespect me. The buck stops here. With the bullshit.
Shamia is a puppet. Britt is a puppet. All of them are puppets to Porsha.
Next.
So this is, Angela Oakley, and I have to say, I really like Angela. Angela feels like all of the ladies are puppets when it comes to Porsha. Essentially, what she's saying is Porsha doesn't respect them. They bow down to her. They do whatever she wants them to do. I don't know, but hey, Kelly was the one that said Porsha did say that. So this is it's giving really cringy, and I don't like it. I don't like this season. I feel like we're not getting anything with all of the stuff that played out between Porsha and Simon. We're getting absolutely none of it, and I think it's a shame because when you come on as a reality star, Porsha, you signed up to tell us about your life and what's going on, but yet you're on YouTube making up lies. So it just doesn't make sense. But y'all let me know.